What is the best loophole you ever found? I earn double points on my credit card through gas and grocery purchases. So when I plan to buy something, say at Lowe's or go out to eat, I go to the grocery store and buy a gift card. Double points for the gift card and at least double fuel points through the grocery store. Many rewards programs have caught on to this scam and exclude non-merchandise purchases like gift cards. My high school advanced algebra teacher had a system where you could retake an exam if you failed. Part of this was if you were to tutor someone who failed and then subsequently passed because of your help, you get 1 and 2 of their improvement added to your score. So the smartest girl in the class and I took turns getting zeros on exams and then tutoring each other. Those self-serve yogurt places have been popping up all over my area for the last 2 to 3 years. One opened up shop in a crappy strip mall that's a pain to get in and out of. To get people in, they put stacks of coupons out in offices near them for a free small yogurt. They neglected to put an expiration date on any of them. I gathered all of them that were at my office and even found some in a handful of places near the yogurt place. I've been eating free yogurt for the last 20 months. When Verizon changed their unlimited plan, we got to keep ours due to being grandfathered in. Basically, as long as we kept our phones, we kept the plan. But once we upgraded, we would have to switch plans. My family has 4 phones. 3 smartphones, my little brother's dumb phone with no data. When we went to upgrade, we asked the Verizon rep if there was any way we could keep unlimited. After some experimenting with the system, she found a way. She moved my data package to my brother's phone, since he didn't have any data, upgraded my phone, then moved the data package back. Same for my parents' phones. So we got to keep the unlimited, still got our upgrade. Screw you Verizon, but major props to your employees. I also have VZ, however, I think they blocked this loophole. However, you can get new old phones or used ones and swap out the SIM card. I've done this twice. I coach a high school team. We recently bought airfare with Spirit Airlines to take 9 students to a competition. 2 of the students canceled about a month out from the trip, and we had to replace them with 2 different students. Spirit Airlines policy, no name changes. Can't even pay a fee to change the name. The tickets are basically lost. I have to buy new tickets. Spirit's customer service is overseas, and they plainly don't care at all about customer service because they don't actually work for Spirit, etc. Except that Spirit Airlines does allow passengers to correct misspellings, and these folks don't really recognize nonsense names. So over 4 calls, I changed the names of the canceled students to the names of the new students, 2 letters at a time. No one at Spirit customer service made a note because who would care, and no one ever notices that the correct names during the intermediate steps were nonsense. Also, Spirit. Do you know that I give you money for uploading my videos to TikTok, and the one who gains the most views in a month gets an extra $1,000? More details on my Discord server, link in the comments. Always wanted to tell people about this or write into Nintendo Power and never had a chance. This goes back to the days of the Game Boy. I learned one day while playing Final Fantasy Adventure that you could max out your levels through a simple trick. 1. When one of your characters would gain a new level, do not move from your existing position and immediately save the game. 2. Then press B, A, Start Select, which would cause the Game Boy to reset. 3. Load up the game from where you saved and you will immediately get attacked by the same monster that you leveled up from last time. Upon killing him, the same character who got leveled up previously will level up again. Rinse, repeat. It's old and no one cares, but I feel like I finally got to spread the word on this one. In 1st grade, our school had Catch a Kid cards. Every time you did something good, you get one. Whoever had the most at the end of the year won a prize. My teacher, to promote animal awareness or some crap, gave us 1 card for each newspaper story we brought in that had something to do with animals. So instead of being a good kid doing good deeds, I just combed through the newspaper each day and hoarded cards through animal stories. Eventually, she was like, "All right, for frick's sake, you're only getting half of a card for each story." And I was like, "Ms. Fives, I do not give a frick," and continued bringing in the stories. I destroyed all the competition and won the grand prize of a $50 Toys R Us gift card, which, when converted from 6-year-old dollars into US dollars, is about $24,500. That conversion sounds about right. When I was in elementary school, I took part in a paper airplane contest in which whoever's paper airplane flew the farthest won. We had unlimited pieces of paper at our disposal and about 10 minutes to craft our planes. I noticed some other kids had airplane that flew quite a bit farther than mine, but still not very far. So basically I crunched all my failed planes into a dense paper ball and just chucked it. It went almost 4 times as far as my nearest competitor. I work at McDonald's. The first thing that comes to mind is one time when a guy ordered a 50-cent cone in a cup and Oreo crumbs on the side. He mixed it together right there at the counter and made a cheap version of a McFlurry, which is $2.50. I'll throw in another story for good measure. A lady wanted a McChicken meal, McChicken sandwich, medium fries, medium drink, but wanted all the contents ordered separately. On the screen, there's a meal button that groups everything together. Ordering everything separately made it like $1 cheaper. This isn't a cheat because it's not on the menu, but I highly recommend ordering a vanilla shake with an espresso on the side. Mix those together for a heavenly reward. Oh, I have a good one. I had saved up a crapload of coins and needed to get them counted. I went to a bank that I knew had a coin counter, mine didn't, and asked the staff if I could use it if I belonged to another bank. She said sure, and so I did. It was about $800 plus when all counted. I took my slip to the counter and she asked if I had an account with them. I explained I didn't, but the lady at the front said I could use it. She comes over and says she didn't realize I didn't have an account here and I would need to pay 20% of my coins total. I was fuming for about 5 seconds. Then I turned to the teller and said, "I'd like to open an account, please." She was packed but sent me to the other section to open an account. I deposited the money into my account, waited until I got my card, withdrew it, and went in and closed the account. It was a lengthy workaround, but it worked. Not my fine, but my mother's. Back in the day when a woman needed her husband's permission to get a loan or sign up for a credit card, my mother used to take advantage of the sign up for our store credit card today and get XXXS free. She would fill out the form completely, but since my father refused to sign the permission section because he thought it was stupid that she would need permission in the first place, the credit card company would throw out her application. So she would get the free gift either way. She must have done this a dozen or more times. Back when I was much younger, maybe around 8 to 9, my stepfather, notorious spicy food connoisseur, dared me to eat a chili pepper. After I refused, he told me that if I could eat the whole thing, he would buy me an Xbox. He hadn't said anything about chewing, so I cut the pepper into 3 and swallowed them whole with some milk. Always to keep his word, he bought me an Xbox the following day. I think he was probably going to buy the Xbox for you either way and just wanted to see if you'd do it. When I first got an iPhone, I bought an insurance package that I thought covered just about anything. After about a month of having my new iPhone, I got a really bad scratch on the screen. The scratch haunted me, and I would constantly imagine a nice fresh screen again, so I went to the insurance company and asked them to replace it. The insurance rep told me my coverage is limited to more severe damage like cracks and water damage, not scratches. So naturally, I went out into the parking lot and tanked my phone against the pavement, completely obliterating the screen. I walked back into the same insurance rep, acting like I wasn't just there 5 minutes ago, and explained that my phone was severely damaged and I wanted a replacement. In 4 days, I had a nice smooth iPhone free of charge, this time with a screen protector. This year, I have casually found a vending machine near my house that has a little bug. If I insert my money and I repetitively press the button for a Fanta, the machine gives me 2 Fanta instead of 1. Now I always go to that vending machine. Winn-Dixie had Skittles buy 1 get 1 free. At the register, when you scanned a pack of sour Skittles, a manufacturer's coupon for a free bag of regular Skittles came out of the register. So as long as they were separate transactions, you could use the coup from the previous transaction on the current one, so on and so forth. I bought a whole case of both, paying $12 for tax for each transaction. Watched a guy do this over the course of about 1.5 years when I worked for a credit card company. The guy was getting a divorce, but wanted to hide some money from his soon-to-be ex-wife. So he overpaid his credit card account by $80,000. He then called us to issue a check for the money, so on his statements it would reflect a zero balance. But he would never cash the check, so it would come back on our books. Every 6 months, the balance would return, and he would call to have a new check issued so it looked like an accounting error. From what I understood, the lawyer only reviewed a couple of months' worth of credit card statements, and he timed the issuance of the check just right so no one was the wiser. He called and spoke to a guy on my team and told him the whole story, and then we issued the check for the last time and never heard from him again. I used to work as a teller for a credit union. Guy would do the same thing. We would cut cashier checks out of a neutral account, so he just took all his money as cashier checks payable to himself. Came in on the 6-month mark to recut the checks. Hid so much money from his wife. Most hotels will charge you if you cancel a booking within 48 hours of your scheduled stay. You can reschedule your booking for free though and move it outside of the 48-hour block and then cancel for free. Some new magazine was asking college students to send out subscription forms by email to all their friends. For each 25 emails you sent, you would get a $10 Amazon gift card. Turns out, they didn't need to be real emails. I made about $100 before they told me to stop. Best Buy had double trade in value on games several times. Craigslist people want cash instead of store credit, but used games for $20, get $25 in trade-in, which doubled to $50 store credit. I ended up with about $1,200 in store credit, which cost me maybe $400. My old bank used to give me $2 reimbursement anytime I used another bank's ATM to cover the fee. There was a local bank ATM that charged a $1.50 fee, so I would make $0.50 3 times a month. Not my loophole, but whatever. The American government wanted, and still wants, people to use $1 coins instead of notes, so they start selling $1 coins for $1. People used their credit cards to buy $100,000 worth of coins and then immediately deposited them all into their bank, taking them out of circulation again to pay off their credit card and then reap the rewards from the credit card usage, usually in the realms of frequent flyer miles. People were accumulating millions of miles worth of airline travel for free. You are forgetting an important part of the loophole: free shipping. In order to encourage wider distribution of the coins, the US Mint offered free shipping on orders coins. So basically, order coins from the US Mint with a rewards credit card have then shipped for free to you and then take them to the bank immediately upon receiving them. No cost to you, and you rack up the points. If you haven't watched my other videos, then be sure to watch this one. I bet it will amaze you. Or you can watch all our videos in a row in this playlist. Write your stories in the comments, subscribe, turn on the bell, and go to our Discord. There we give you money for uploading our videos to TikTok. You uploaded, you gained views, you got money. Link in the comments.